What's going on, everyone? It's time for another sci-fi film review. Today we're going to talk about Annihilation, released by Paramount Pictures February 23rd, 2018. Sorry, don't mind the knockings. My annoying neighbor's doing it. It stars Natalie Portman. It was produced by Scott Rubin, Andrew McDonald, Alan Riken, and Eli Bush. And it was written and directed by Alex Garland, who did films like Civil War, Ex Machina, Men, and 28 Days Later, and also 28 Weeks Later. This had a box office of $43.1 million. So this is an interesting sci-fi film. Natalie Portman plays a biologist who worked for the military and stuff, and her military husband comes back from a mission, and he's in a coma, and she goes and talks to who he was working for and what he was doing, and it turns out there was a new scientifically unexplained phenomena in a small town called the Shimmer. So they recruit her and a group of girl mercenaries, basically like a medic and stuff like that, and they go into the Shimmer trying to figure out why all the biology is being altered and stuff, and they run across like weird creatures like mutated crocodiles and mutated bears and things like that, and they basically go and uncover a darker truth and more out of this world type of truth of what's actually really going on. So this is actually a very cleverly written film. The story in this is actually really cool. Now, this is the best way to explain this is basically they took the approach of there's two sides of the moviegoers. There's the film nerds like myself who watches everything and critiques it and stuff, and then there's the general going public. So you got this like triangle sort of thing. Picture a triangle. You got the basis of what you're going to go into, so like the trailer stuff down there, and then you got these this interesting dynamic where basically they focus on like you get to know the characters obviously, but then you get the cool monster stuff, and then it goes into some more exposition and stuff for what's going on in that, and then you get more into the more interesting effect side with some more stuff, and then goes back and forth like this for a while. Now, right at the top of this pyramid, so most people will be satisfied with that because you got the one that like looks at everything and you're satisfied with it because there's great character development, a good story, and the effects look good. It's very well shot, and the music's really good, so and complements it well. And so, yeah, you get that, but then also you get like the main moviegoer side. So you don't just have like they spoon feed you a lot of information, so they all go. So the general going public understands what's going on and stuff. But then once you get to the climax, all that goes out the window. And it just basically goes into this interesting, really well thought out scenario in the climax, which really leaves it open-ended and a lot of questions. A lot of people would be, it's 50-50 with people with this movie. They're either love it or they're really confused by it. And yeah, so it's not for everyone, but still, I actually really enjoyed this movie because I love how they didn't take all that exposition and spoon feed you everything and just showed you it at the end. It's basically they took it and like scrap that. We're just gonna do something completely different and yeah, leave it for your own interpretation, which I love. I hate it when movies spoon feed you all the information. I like it when they leave it up for your own devices and stuff. Sort of like what David Lynch does, things like that. This one does that well, but they kind of satisfied it with each person, each type of person you are. So, which is pretty cool. Actually, it's very hard to do. So they did that very cleverly. This is a beautifully shot movie. They have some really good colorful like scenes and stuff in it, and the use of color and stuff in this was very well depicted. And yeah, it's not just dark and bleak all the time like in Aliens or something. It's very well thought out. Now, Natalie Portman does a really great job in this. She's a very big standout. The character is very well developed and stuff. There's a couple things I wasn't too big fan on. the spoon feeding of the exposition dump and then just going into some crazy intense action scene and then more exposition dump. I didn't really care for that. I kind of wanted just it maybe a little balanced out more. And also for like the exposition stuff, you get this backstory of like Natalie Portman's character before this happened and stuff, and she's remembered back to it. I hate it when movies do this. I hate time jumping. Just do it all in the beginning, get it done and over with, go on to the next thing. Why do we have to jump back and forth? It's kind of pointless. It kind of takes you out of the scene and stuff. So it does that a bit, which got annoying. And also you get like this weird cheating scene, which didn't really need to be in there, but I don't know. It was just odd. Now the climax scene is very well done and it looks amazing and stuff. Like the effects stand out perfectly. They work very well. It all holds up still. And yeah, a lot of people are going to be confused by it, but I thought it was really well done and clever. I actually really enjoyed this movie. As you can tell, I'd usually be done the review by now, but if I really like something, really hate it, I talk about it for a while. So yeah, this one's going like 6.5 minutes already. So yeah, but yeah, Annihilation. Very good movie. I actually really enjoyed it. I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 5, just because of like my personal reasons there. But it's almost 4.5. It's definitely a really well thought out sci-fi film, and a lot of people should see it more, especially if you like monsters and stuff. There's some pretty cool bear scene in this. So yeah, definitely one to check out if you haven't seen it. I'm not sure where it's streaming or anything, but I'll link the trailer at least down below. It doesn't spoil anything or anything like that. So yeah, I'll link it down below, so you always check it out down there if you haven't heard of it and you want to see what I'm talking about. It's down there, but also link down below is my Instagram. So I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my stories. You put the film title in there and some fun fact or history thing in there as well. Also, my Letterbox down below, JP reviews. Those are posted for star rating after watching the films. And my Twitter's down below, reviews_Derek. So follow me on those platforms. Stay with this channel. Like this video, share some more people, or have a comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. If you have any films or film franchises in any genre, and on any streaming service that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them, don't forget to like this video, share some more people, wherever. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Hope you find something weird obscure all day. Probably never thought of checking out together. And also hear my opinions on popular films that have come up, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell because, well, I'm going to do a film that's in theaters. It's been a while since I did that, so yeah, my roommate got tickets to Captain America Brave New World, so we're going to go see that, even though I'm not a Marvel fan at all. And so make sure you tune in for that. And yeah, so watch out for all those weird scientific shimmers, alternating biology, because, well, that's how it goes, and that's bound to happen because AI is probably going to do it to us anyways. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.